We live in a world that's constantly changing, becoming more unstable each day, where changes big and small are becoming more unpredictable, and they're getting more and more dramatic and happening faster and faster. We live in a VUCA world. VUCA is an acronym for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity.
The acronym is now widely applied to business and society. It describes a world which is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. But what do these terms mean, and how do they affect our organizations? Volatility describes the speed of change in a certain situation. When something is volatile, it's unstable and often unpredictable. The higher the volatility, the lower is our ability to predict what comes next. Uncertainty refers to events in which we don't have enough information to predict their outcome. In uncertain environments, we can't make proper plans to achieve our goals. We don't understand what's happening and what will happen next.
Complex systems consist of a large number of parts that are highly interconnected and interacting with each other. These systems are very hard to predict or control them. Changing a single variable can impact all the others unexpectedly. Ambiguity is about interpreting a situation that is vague, obscure, incomplete, fuzzy, or even contradictory. Due to being open to more than one interpretation, there is a lack of clarity in the sense of not having one obvious meaning.
Confusion is part of the game, and actually being frightened is part of the game too. You have to figure out how to engage with that confusion, engage with that fear, and flip it into an opportunity.
The current VUCA world is a very opposite of stable and predictable world, so it causes confusion and fear. It can lead to feelings of insecurity, loss of motivation, decline of creativity, and erosion of trust. It makes us feel like losing control. If we can't predict the future, understand the situation, or don't know how to influence it, we feel powerless, but we can't flip that into an opportunity.
One of the ways to be a leader in VUCA world is mentoring. Whereas the heroic manager of the past knew all, could do all, and could solve every problem, the post-heroic manager asks how every problem can be solved in a way that develops other people's capacity to handle it.
Mentoring is a method for people to develop through experienced people who have already gone along the road that their mentees are only entering. Most cases occur nowadays unexpectedly in everyday life, and it's hard to look for answers in handbooks or manuals. It's easier to ask someone who has experienced in similar situations. A person who has already known that any difficult situation can be solved in many different ways, who has seen the cost of solving the problem, a person who has answers how to get over a failure and move on without losing enthusiasm.
A productive mentoring culture may help to pass the new VUCA principles to the young generation during their personal growth and development. Besides, it can help mentees push their goals beyond impossible by encouraging them to take risks, learn from mistakes, and reevaluate failures as learning experiences without forgetting that mentoring should be a lifelong process.
Living in our world requires a different mindset for the people, and mentoring can support that mental change.